Well, how's everybody doing? I know it's been a while since I posted, but I got a couple of questions. Uh, if when God passes judgment on a people group, does He send them a preacher? And a lot of people point to Jonah. They say, yeah, He sends a people. The Jonah was sent to Nineveh, and so they'll point to that. It's okay. Now, who did He send to Sodom? Right? And my personal opinion is that they sent Lot, right? Uh, you have to read between the lines in Genesis 19 in order to come to the conclusion the way I did. Okay, another question is, where did Lot get his wife from? Because when in when he left with Abram, left Ur, there's no mention of a wife. When he was rescued, there's no mention of a wife. When he was taken captive, that Abraham rescued him, no mention. So then you come to here where it says that uh, the angels, they're coming to Lot. Apparently, they look like humans, right? So when Lot saw them, uh, he greeted them at the gate of the city, right? That's one thing, and that's where basically they will hold court. You got an issue with someone, you bring it before the people that are at the city gate, and that's where they would hold court and stuff. And Lot apparently had a position at the city gate. So then, when you come down, that he receives them into this home, which now they fall under the protection of Lot. And then they the people that come here, they go, they want to have carnal relations with them. They say that they want to have sex with them. And King James, I think, they says that they want to know them. Um, then so when basically when they go in and they try to force their way in, they tell, it says in verse 9 of 19, it says, "Get out of my way," they replied. "This fellow came here as a foreigner, and now he wants to play the judge. We'll treat you worse than them." And this says, and they were bringing pressure on Lot and move forward to break down the door. Right. So now, that's their intentions. They want to have sex with the angels. And the story goes on that the angels, they pull them back, and then they blinded the people. And basically they destroy. They start destroying Sodom. Now, this is where the wife comes in. When they leave the city, and she looks back, they told them to leave. Don't worry. Just forget about this place. Go. And then when she looks back, she turns into a pillar of salt. Okay, this is where I come to the conclusion that she's from Sodom. And I've heard preachers talk about, that she's lamenting the loss of the lifestyle, right? That everything was green, everything was great there. Uh, I believe she was from there, so she's not lamenting the loss of lifestyle. She's lamenting the loss of her kinfolk, her cousins, aunts, uncles, parents. That's a very that's a hard pill to swallow. Now in Matthew chapter 10, Jesus says that if you love your family, because it goes into mother or son, father, whatever, but it's family more than Jesus himself, you're not worthy of Jesus. So that right there puts it into context the about her turning into a pillar of salt. Now, I've kept up with the news, and archaeologists have found in an area where there is no salt that they found a column that's 80% salt. There's no salt around it except in that column. Could it be that they found Lot's wife? That's a something to ponder. God bless you.